Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about something that might seem a little bit crazy, but just bear with me for a second. Imagine if the entire internet just went down. I mean, not just for a few hours or even a day, but like completely, globally. No social media, no streaming services, no online shopping, no emails, no Google. Just silence. It's a wild thought, right? But let's dive into it because honestly, it could be a lot more impactful than we think. To get started, please take just 1 second to like this video. Your support encourages me to continue creating this content. First off, let's consider the immediate chaos that would ensue. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, grab your phone, and instead of the usual notifications flooding your screen, there's just nothing. You go to check your favorite social media app, and it's just a blank screen. Panic sets in. You try to refresh, restart your phone, maybe even throw it against the wall, but nothing works. And then you realize it's not just you. It's everyone. The whole world is offline. Now let's talk about what that means for our daily lives. For many of us, the internet is like oxygen. It's how we communicate, how we work, how we learn, how we entertain ourselves. Think about all those Zoom calls for work that we've gotten so used to. Suddenly, those are out the window. No more virtual meetings, no more remote work. You'd have to actually talk to your coworkers face to face. I know, terrifying, right? And what about students? Online classes have become the norm, and without the internet, millions of students would be left in the lurch. No more online lectures, no more discussion boards, no more Google Classroom. Everyone would have to go back to the basics, textbooks, paper assignments, and actual classroom settings. Can you imagine the groans of teenagers everywhere? Wait, we have to actually read a book? But it's not just the young folks who'd feel the impact. Think about the older generation. They've gotten so used to online banking, online shopping, and even telehealth appointments. Suddenly, they'd have to go back to writing checks or, heaven forbid, going to the bank in person. And what about those who rely on telemedicine? A lot of people wouldn't have access to their doctors, and that's a serious concern. Now, let's shift gears a bit and think about the economy. The internet is the backbone of so many businesses today. E-commerce has exploded over the last decade, and without it, we'd see a massive downturn. Small businesses that depend on online sales would struggle to survive. Larger companies would face supply chain disruptions. The stock market would probably take a nosedive. The world economy could spiral into chaos. It's a scary thought, right? But here's where it gets interesting. In the absence of the internet, we might actually see a resurgence of local communities. People would start to interact face-to-face again. Neighbors would talk to each other instead of scrolling through their feeds. Local businesses could thrive as people turn to them for their needs. Farmers markets might become the go-to for groceries instead of online delivery. We could rediscover the art of conversation, the joy of community gatherings, and the beauty of simply being present. And let's not forget about the mental health implications. With the internet down, people might feel a sense of anxiety and withdrawal initially. We've all seen those memes about how lost we feel without our phones. But as time goes on, we might find ourselves engaging in activities we've neglected. Reading books, going for walks, picking up hobbies we used to love. Imagine the creativity that could flourish in a world where people have to entertain themselves without screens. Now, I know I've painted a pretty bleak picture, but let's be real. The internet has changed our lives in so many ways, and while it's hard to imagine living without it, it's also a reminder of how adaptable we are as humans. We've survived without the internet before, and we could do it again. So what can we take away from this hypothetical scenario? Maybe it's a wake-up call, a reminder to not rely too heavily on technology and to appreciate the connections we have in the real world. It's a chance to reflect on how we use the internet and to find a balance between our online and offline lives. In the end, whether the internet goes down or stays up, it's about how we choose to connect with each other. So, let's not wait for a global blackout to start having those conversations, to reach out to our friends and family, and to live in the moment. Because at the end of the day, it's those connections that truly matter. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you for exploring with us here at the Corner of Curiosity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content. As always, feel free to leave your curious questions and thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.